Hi, and welcome to my channel. I am Virtuosa the Goddess. I am a starseed, light worker, divine feminine, high priestess, and twin soul flame, whatever label you want to put on it. And welcome to my portal of love. All of my soulmates and twin souls and soul flames and soulmates and all the earthly labels. Welcome. I fasted and went and sat in a salt room and took a spiritual bath and everything to cleanse my energy. And the message that was channeled was pick a side. Do you want to live in old earth? Or do you want to keep the old paradigms alive? Or do you want to make the paradigm shift to the new earth? I mean, there's also a middle path where you have 1 foot in the 3D to assist those to show them how to obtain the 5th dimensional thinking, which is the ascension path, to show others how to ascend. So that is the true, to hold, anchor in that light, to show others how to ascend is what light workers do. And that is why most of us incarnated here. I just want to say I'm honored that you're here, and thank you so much for coming to my channel. Not my channel, but my channel. If you want to reach me, you can reach me at virtuosathegoddess@gmail.com. This is a divine feminine, divine masculine, twin soul, twin flame, soulmate reading. Displayed on the table is the main overall energy for this current week. There's the 42 affirmations of Ma'at there in my frame. Get familiar with it, because those will be the laws of the new earth, which is, we're ushering in the new golden age of new earth. If you're confused as to what's really going on besides these love situations, these situationships. Oh, if you happen to catch a glimpse of me bending over picking up something, yes, I do have on a bonnet. This is not Bonnet Chronicles, but I love Tammy Roman, by the way. But these are not Bonnet Chronicles, but I am wearing my bonnet, okay? All right, so let's get into the overall energy. Divine Feminine has Judgment, and guess what? We had Judgment last week. Judgment and the Upright. Divine Feminine, if you didn't watch my last reading, you might want to check it out. It'll be up at the top of the screen at the end of this reading. But Divine Feminine is fed up, and it's like, no, Anubis, take back this contract. Take it back to the divine. Divine Masculine is in Hangman, which is changing his perspective on everything and overlooking, changing his perspective on this whole situation and deciding what he wants to do. He's kind of still at a crossroads, and the energy connecting is the Death card, which is the number 13, which is divine feminine aspect of the creator, that's stepping in between this connection to transform it. It's the Death. Oh, and I never even noticed this, but you notice that there are scales. So the divine mother, there's a divine mother, father. Let me explain this correctly. there's a feminine and masculine to every one of us. All of the gods and goddesses has an inner feminine and inner masculine. So does the Creator, as above, so below, as within, so without. So the divine feminine energy of our Creator is balancing these scales. And they told you that the number 13 was bad luck, but the number 13, there are actually 13 signs and not 12. 13 being Lilith, which is a feminine energy as well. If you can do the research on it. But the number 13 is actually very divine because it's a divine feminine principle. So the scales are being balanced. And there's also 2 individuals down here as well. Ma'at's feather and another individual on that scale. And the all-seeing eye, the eye of Ra, third eye at the top of that card. I thought that was interesting. I never really examined the death card in this deck, but so the scales are being balanced. Divine masculine is in Hangman, changing his perspective, and divine feminine wants no part still. Interesting. We got that judgment last week. She's made a judgment call. So I'm going to use my new deck to clarify, my African American Tarot deck by Jamal R. I mean, this deck is just so awesome. Okay, let's call in the divine energy to please bless this reading and use me as a vessel, the creator of all the gods and goddesses. We thank you for the messages that you're going to give us. Call in the archangels, all of the L's, Elohim. Call in ascended masters, ancestors that serve my highest good. I have all elements present: water, fire, air, animal kingdom, plant kingdom, earth kingdom. Everybody and everything's present. So let's clarify this judgment card. All right, so judgment card is clarified with the 3 of Cups. So in reverse. So divine feminine, 3 of Cups upright is third party. 3 of Cups in reverse is no reconciliation, but it's also letting go of a third party. So divine feminine does not want to reconcile with divine masculine at this time, and for good reason. Previous readings, divine masculine is in the 7 of Swords. What wanted to pop out? Ooh, judgment again. And then this card, look at judgment. Divine feminine is dead set on not reconciling with divine masculine at this time. And I believe it's because divine feminine is concentrating on herself. She does not really want to, because upright in this book, in this deck, it's the resolution of problems. So divine feminine is not willing to resolve anything at this time. If you're separated from your twin, there's no such thing as separation, but if there's no contact, then divine feminine is spending this time um, focusing on herself and her journey. So, because she's having a new reawakening, new ideas, we're purifying ourselves. Speaking of that, I spent my day in a spa yesterday, cleansing my energy, self-care, self-love, in a salt room. I took a spiritual bath the night before, and also spent my day purifying, detoxing. So Divine Feminine is purifying herself and also looking at things from a higher perspective and receiving inspiration for her new ideas. Yeah, she's made a decision. The Two of Wands is in reverse. Two of Wands upright, she's trying to decide, will be all up in her head. But in reverse, the baby's out the crib. She's made a decision. What is the decision? At the back of the deck, at the bottom of the deck, is the Star card. So she's decided to heal herself from this whole cycle that she's gone through with the Divine Masculine. Harmony with oneself and others. Yeah, and gaining hope in her future. She can't do that concentrating on what Divine Masculine is doing with his third parties, or third party issues. But let's see what he's going through. Let's pull some cards. Okay, so he has the Nine of Pentacles. So he may not be in a third party because he's working hard as a single man. See that man working hard up there in the sky? So his fifth dimensional self is on work, and so is his third dimensional self. What I like about these cards is they have things in the fifth dimension as well as on the third dimension. So Divine Masculine is changing his perspective and deciding to focus on work now. It's about time. And get serious about his work. Let's see what else is Divine Masculine up to. Oh, in the upright, the Strength card. He's taming his lower self. He's taming that beast. Oh my goodness. Is that the sun or the moon? That's the sun. So the divine, he's called on his higher power. He's like, you think I finally figured out how to call on the divine? He's taming his lower self. He's deciding to work with divine energy now and not work against himself by working against the divine, which that can never really happen because the divine will pull him down to his knees to the tower, which I'm sure we've seen have already happened. Let's see what else Divine Masculine is up to. Oh my goodness. He wants the Ten of Cups. Look at him sending his higher self. He wants that happy ending, the rainbows, the skies, the celebrations, the inner peace, the outer peace. He wants the Ten of Cups. I don't believe it. Okay. So, in this book, let's see if they add anything to the inner contentment that the Ten of Cups brings in the traditional deck. In this deck, let's see what's different. I love this deck. Let's see, Cups energy. They call it chalices, but yeah, contentment, happiness, harmony, rebirth, renewal. So he wants to renew this relationship with the divine feminine. Ooh, and he has the Hermit card. So he's going within. He's shining a light on himself. He's going on this journey to find his divine feminine for his 10 of Cups. He's shedding that light within. He's on a solo journey. And he wants to make an offer. This is at the bottom of the deck. He wants to make an emotional offer. I mean, this is, let's see, it's a Page of Cups. You know, with this deck, you can't really tell. Yeah. Yeah. He wants to resolve things. Which I think is interesting. And cut out things that no longer serve him at the bottom of the deck with the King of Swords. He wants to get on his throne and cut out things that do not serve him. And let's see what the divine is doing in this connection and this transformation. What is divine? What are you transforming in this connection? Divine, what are you transforming in this connection? Divine wants to restore order with this King of Pentacles. This whole death and transformation is about the Divine Mother principle, helping the masculine to accept that his pentacle, him being reset on his throne as the King of Pentacles, the king of the third dimension, as twins are supposed to be on their pentacle game to help with their missions and show others how to ascend and how to manifest. This transformation is supposed to set the masculine back on his throne. That's what this death is about. And the divine feminine, what do you have for the divine feminine? Ooh. High Priestess. Set her on her throne. Put her intuition back on fleek. As the High Priestess. I can't believe that this card came out. That's beautiful. And under this, on the bottom of the deck, is the Six of Wands, which is celebration. This energy is to transform. So basically, what the divine is saying in this reading, let me pull out the final card on this one. Ooh, the jumper. So the Seven of Wands. That's interesting. Let me see. This is an interesting looking card. Let me figure out. So, this is to establish the divine feminine and masculine back on their throne in their correct spot so that there could be a celebration. But what on this Seven of Wands? Because you see, this is a creepy looking Seven of Wands card with the Grim Reaper in the back. If you see, there's a woman there teaching in the fifth dimension, teaching the children on how to slay their lower self, or that Grim Reaper. So that's also what this is about, what this energy is about. The Seven of Wands in this deck says, oh, teaching, the ability to teach. The divine is giving us the ability to how to regenerate oneself. Okay, so that makes sense. So the divine is saying, during this cycle that we're in now, the energies are present to be placed on your throne. Divine masculine as the King of Pentacles, because divine feminine hasn't stopped receiving her pentacles. I mean, it keeps coming and coming and coming. Divine masculine needs to be placed back on his throne from his last karmic cycle. And I'll show you guys what card just popped out. Divine feminine's intuition was thrown off from all those seven of swords behavior from the previous readings and previous cycle, and the 10 of swords being placed in her back, which ultimately she's healed. Ultimately, divine masculine has learned how to cut out the bullish. And so now this energy is here for celebration with the 6 of Wands. And then this 7 of Wands on top of that is teaching us that when you encounter your dark side or your shadow side, which we should all be doing shadow work, examining things, inner childhood wounds, fear of rejection, abandonment, we should always be revisiting that, teaching us how to regenerate and renew ourselves from that energy. That's what that mother energy is teaching the children, and I can't even make that up. It's just going along with the number 13 of the mother energy that I described, which is beautiful. And then here we are with the 9 of Wands. Do you see in the fifth dimension where that feminine divine mother is nursing that masculine back to health, and here he is standing in his glory with his six-pack and all? Wow. Some very powerful energy going on this week. Okay, so that's enough for the tarot. I wanted to pull, I didn't want to make this a really long reading, but I wanted to pull some of these the Dark Mirror Oracle cards to see what do we need to heal. What is divine feminine healing? Let's see. Let's pull a card for divine feminine. This is sort of like a karmic deck. Because as you work in the third dimension, there's polarity. There's light and dark. So everything can't be unicorns and gummy bear trees all day. So divine feminine is healing regret. Healing regret. Gilded regret. Oh, gilded regret. I've never heard that before. Some form of regret. I know personally I regret letting the cycle ride out as long as it did when I should have ended things early on. So this is the number 5 card. And that's exactly what I just said. 5 represents change. Not making a change sooner is what I feel, what I'm healing. Regret, um, with allowing things to carry on as long as they did. So it's saying that, um, so the lingering memories. Yep. Options we missed. Didn't I just say that? Missed options, things that we lost, changes that we fled. Exactly what I was saying. So divine feminine is basically this, like, I should have got my booty out of there sooner. But that's okay, because we'll work on that. That's something to work on. That's something to heal. It's forgiving ourselves for allowing ourselves to put up with the stuff that we put up with, because unconditional love should be for ourselves first before it's for anyone else. You can't give to an empty cup, from an empty cup. Okay, divine masculine. What is he healing? What is he healing? Hiding his true self. Hiding who he is. Hiding his divine feminine energy within. Not nurturing that. The number 14 card, which is 5. So in my mirror deck, the divine masculine and divine feminine is still mirroring each other. With the 2 5s, change, hiding himself, not being the authentic version of himself. And what is divine creator healing in this connection? The addiction to pain. I know if you're anything like myself, the way I grew up was very painful. There were a lot of painful moments. And sometimes we can get addicted to pain. So the divine is healing that addiction to pain, these swords, with the number 11, which is a portal. The divine is asking us at this time to do all the shadow work that you can do, that you can fit in. Healing childhood wounds, going back into your childhood. Remembering situations where you felt betrayed as a child when you shouldn't have been, but those lessons were needed for your soul to evolve. Are you addicted to any drugs? Are you numbing with alcohol? Are you numbing with company, with having just frivolous company? It's time to spend a little bit time alone. The book is saying, I could have been a slave or a slaver. So, what are you a slave to? Who have you enslaved? With illusions. It's time to heal ourselves so that we can be regenerated. And that goes with this card, healing ourselves from these addictions to these lower energies. It's what's healing the masculine. If you're a feminine watching, your inner masculine, healing your inner masculine, your ability to take action on the third dimension, so that we can be rejuvenated and have this celebration and have your connection to that third eye with your intuition as the high priestess. And the masculine can get back on his throne as the King of Pentacles. Okay, so I'm going to pull from another deck. I mean, this reading is great. I started not to do a reading, but this was so worth it. I wanted my sleep, but you know what? Just vibing with you guys is awesome, and seeing the energy. I thought the energy hadn't changed. And, you know, to be honest, today was a day, you know, I love to spend time out in nature, go to parks where there are lakes and streams and creeks and, you know, just journaling and stuff like that in the park with the, you know, out in nature, heal myself in nature. I felt some sadness where there was none in the beginning, and I realized that I needed to do a cord cutting, because cutting the cords does allow you to feel what energy is actually yours and what energy is someone else's or your twin souls. So when I realized that some of that energy was not just coming from me, I wanted to do a cord cutting so that I can finish out my day happy. And it worked. It was great. Let's see. Let's pull some of the, don't need that deck, Work Your Light Oracle. And I'm at 31 minutes and 43 seconds. So I don't want to keep you guys too long. So I'll just pull out 3 cards. Let's see, what do we have to look forward to? Here we go to Mother Energy popping out. Sisterhood of the Rose, Beauty and Devotion, Priestess, Mystic, Teacher. Some of you guys that are watching this video may also be spiritual teachers. Beauty and devotion to self. That's how to honor the Divine Mother, is to honor yourself. There's that Priestess. See, it says Priestess down there. High Priestess. Yep. Third eye is opening for Divine Feminine. Trust your intuition, or we won't have to feel regret anymore. Just be open to what the Divine sends. Protection. Learning how to protect your energy. I just spoke about the cord cutting. Look at this. Call back your power. Cut the cords. Soul retrieval. Did I not say I just cut cords? Oh my God. Beautiful. Let me hurry up before the camera cuts off, because I really want this reading to be uploaded. Cutting the cords. Yes. If you're feeling sad for no reason, cut the cords. Cut the negative cords. Leap. You go first. The universe will catch you. Divine Feminine and Masculine, keep doing you. You go first. The universe will catch you. Take a leap of faith. You are protected. Cut the cords. Retrieve your soul so we can get out of this regret. Divine Masculine, stop hiding yourself. Be who you are, so you can make sure you realize this 10 of Cups. And even in this 10 of Cups is a masculine in the 5th dimension. Divine Feminine is teaching. I can't even make this up. And then after Leap is at the bottom of the deck is Starseed. Most of us light workers are starseeds. What lights you up? What lights you up? Follow that. All right. So then let's get a medicine card, because I pulled these out because I wanted to promote some more healing. In addition to inner child work, these animal cards really helped me in the beginning of my journey, when right before my awakening, as I was slowly waking up. Let's see what animal spirit do we have. And I'm just going to briefly, the hawk. And the hawk flies above all things. The hawks fly high up in the sky. The hawk doesn't have a predator. So that means you don't have a predator, really. It says, Hawk, messenger of the sky, circle my dreams and teach me the message as we fly. We're about to fly. Hawk is akin to Mercury, the messenger of the gods, and we're in Mercury retrograde right now. So the Hawk medicine teaches you to be observant, to look at your surroundings, observe the obvious in everything that you do. Life is sending you signals. Life is an initiation. If you pull the Hawk card, you are right now a clue. Then right now a clue about the magic of life is being brought to you. So this is to help you overcome stressful or difficult situations. So this is a test of our ability to observe the power that's lurking nearby. Is there power or talent that we have that we're not using? Same thing is take a leap. So pay attention. You are only as powerful as your capacity to perceive, receive, and use your abilities. So now we have to use our intuitive, the high priestess energy, to discern the message carried within the cry of the hawk. And I heard a hawk cry when I was at the park today 4 times. As I cried, the hawk cried 4 times. I actually saw the hawk flying. So we have a great responsibility. We have to be aware of omens, messages from the Creator. No detail slips by us unnoticed, like we let it slip before. Divine feminines that are watching. So the hawk flies close to the light of the sun. So, and also the hawk is bringing messages to circle over our lives and examine it from a higher perspective. So this is beautiful energy. This is mirroring energy, and this is the medicine card, the hawk medicine card. Last deck I'm gonna pull from, because I really got to get some sleep. Romance angels. Messages for divine feminine in regards to divine masculine. Messages for divine feminine in regards to divine masculine. So right now, the divine masculine is trying to magnetize you to him. Look, he's trying to activate his powers and his ability to magnetize you at this time, because he feels the withdrawal of the energy. And let's see, messages to divine masculine. So divine feminine wants divine masculine to know that she's on her spiritual path. So this is affecting the connection, because she's on her spiritual path and he needs to follow suit. And the divine wants divine masculine and divine feminine to know that as you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. So the divine wants us to release from regret, heal that, heal the fact that divine masculine, or if you're a divine masculine that's in embodying the feminine energy, if you were rejected or abandoned, as I was, and and thousands, hundreds of thousands of feminines in this collective were, we have to release, heal, and release it, so that we can draw in the love that we deserve and heal our heart chakras. and enjoy life as it is in the present moment, and continue to be on this spiritual path. And at the bottom of the deck is deception in reverse. So by the end of this cycle, no one will be wearing a false mask. Divine feminine or divine masculine will be wearing a false mask. Because we'll learn how to pay attention to the red flags. So there won't be any more regret. Because our intuitions will be on point. And let that inner child play. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. So it's time for divine feminines, especially, to have fun. And release your exes in reverse. So I don't even want to elaborate on that. But divine feminine, go out, have some fun. You don't have to go out and, spread yourself thin and, be sexual with everybody. But you can go out and enjoy yourself and have a nice time and enjoy this life that we were given. We work hard, light workers. People are benefiting from all the hard work of anchoring the light and capturing the negativity and all of the spiritual attacks that we receive in our sleep and when we're awake. And we took the brunt of all of that. And twin souls and true twin souls are the frontliners of that energy. So take a day and have some fun. I mean, my spa self-love day was just the beginning. I plan on planning one day to just really enjoy myself. It doesn't take a lot of money to enjoy yourself. You deserve it. We deserve it. And on that note, I love you guys. I love you both, divine, feminine, masculine. Yes, this is your soulmate card as I'm getting my decks ready to put them up. I love you guys. I wish you the best. Go ahead and manifest, and let's continue quantum jumping and manifest your dreams. I love you. Till the next time. Mwah, mwah, mwah.